Grown folks, I haven't had that happen in a long time. Excuse me. I apologize. How y'all doing? Let me just be still. Okay, we ain't gonna play this. Let me just hold the camera. Okay? Sorry, y'all. I'm sitting up here. I'm up here, and the doggone that ain't happened in a long time. Let me tell you something. I remember before my camera was mounted correctly, right? It would always fall. Now I didn't pull it over because I've been out having to handle so much business today. I finally just pulled over and said, let me just reach out to these grown folks, right? Got me a refresher before I start this topic here. I just want to say, Starbucks was having, I think Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you get $3 grande refreshers. And that's what I do. I drink the refreshers. Strawberry lemonade, acai, however you say it, asami. It's a refresher, right? That I get. And it's less calories and it's refreshing during this warm weather time. So, yeah, stop by to get that earlier when I was out doing some stuff. And I think it's from 12 to 6 p.m. And then I say, well, right before I do this video, they $3. Let me go on and get me one more for $3, right? The lady looked in there. She said, ma'am, you already had one today. And I said, okay, L. So it ain't 6 o'clock. She said, oh, I just found out it's only one per person per day. I said, well, they need to be more specific with when they announce this because they don't say nothing about you can only get one. Okay? If it says 12 to 6, $3 for grande refreshers, you can come back and forth 10 times if you want to and spend you $30. Okay? But be specific. I just had to share that. Okay, y'all, how y'all doing? This is your host with the most, Donna Smith, aka Lady D, with my crazy self. I'm here with some grown folk stuff. Excuse me again. I apologize for the camera falling over in the middle of the beginning of the video, but just keep watching. We gonna get into it. But I'm piggybacking off of a video I did the other day in regards to why people run from relationship status and love nowadays. They want to stay single. They want to live in that single zone. They loving it. And I was getting a lot of feedback, and it's really interesting to me more so right now because I had a thought while I was driving, and I'm saying, I remember when people was running towards wanting to be with somebody. I want to be in a relationship. I want to be in a relationship. I want to get married. I want to be in a relationship. And a lot of times would end up taking situations that was not good for them just to have somebody to be with. Perhaps all their friends had somebody. Perhaps they just wanted somebody. I don't know. Some people have this fear, this thing of being alone. They don't like being alone. They don't like being lonely. Just like I don't like sleeping without the TV on. Okay, that's something I'm dealing with, y'all. I'm working with it. I sleep with my TV on. It be down low, but I gotta have my TV on. Okay, that's just I gotta hear something, some noise. And then once I'm asleep, I'm asleep. But the thing about it is when I sleep with somebody, I'm cool. I don't always need that. But when I'm sleeping alone, I do need to hear something. That's just strange. Maybe I need to go see somebody. I don't know. But anyway, some people just gotta be with somebody. And then you have those who just love their singleness now. I mean, and it's more so I'm hearing feedback from women. There are women out here who are really, really vibing and gigging being single. They tired of the games. They tired of picking and choosing the wrong brother that ain't right for them. You think they right and then people change. Ain't that crazy how people can just change on you? And some people can sit up and fake for Oh wow, I hope this thing don't fall, y'all. I'm trying to hold it and drink on this acai, me, whatever it is. Why don't they just say strawberry lemonade refresher? Okay. Okay. So, um, you know, it's like you see more and more a lot of women who are just vibing with the fact that they loving their singleness. And I must say I can't speak for the men, why men are all caught up and want to be, my perception and just a little bit of life and um things of that nature. A little wisdom is that men like to do what they do. They like variety. They like to get out and play a little bit. They like to have no strings attached. They like to have nobody really holding them down, putting their foot on their neck per se. So they will keep the doors open to kind of play. But then when he does get into something that he really thinks is quality and lifey and wifey, when he's ready, he got to be at a stage in life when he's ready, then he's going to lock it down, right? But it's just interesting to me to see more and more women talking about, hey, I'm cool. I'm just cool with being single. I'm tired of all these games. I'm tired of getting with brothers and they just want a piece of my punene and nana and nano cookie, whatever you want to call it. They just want a piece and that's it. They want variety. They want to ride on my coattail. They want somebody that they can kick it with just when they want to. And some are just not even letting you know they married. They are out here married as a mother butter. Just married. Just, I mean, they sending you to they brother house, saying it's where they stay. They giving you their brother number. I was talking to a young man the other day. Man, he was giving me the game, older brother. He was saying back in the day, he would just, he would give ladies that he met his brother's number. His brother would play the game of acting like he was him when he would call, and then he'd say, "I'll call you right back, baby. I gotta go take care of something." Woo, 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 right? And then he would call him and say, "Hey, man, she called. She just called." Now, how they worked it out when he called back or whatever, he said he would make a store run. He would go do whatever he had to do, and he would make his calls. He would tell wifey, "I'll be back. Gotta go. What you want from the store, babe? I have a taste for some ice cream. What you want? You want some too? All right." And she get the mouth watering. She wants some ice cream. "Yeah, baby, I like that kind with the caramel and the nuts. Oh, maybe give me some Rocky Road. They got some good Rocky Road. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where you gonna go? Oh, I may go down here to Safeway, or I may just go to the ice cream parlor, but I'll be back." And he outside at this because he got to bring the ice cream back. So he got to go to the store, the ice cream parlor, but he gonna get it. But he in there holding that conversation with Boo Boo because why? Because he had to get away from the house so that he can make that little call, right? What happened to the sun, y'all? This is crazy. I ain't got no sun. But anyway, so he was telling me how he would do all them little games and then he would go. Now, what I'd like to know, I need to talk to him further about this, is when he did call, did he star 67 or whatever it called where you can block your number so they won't know is your number calling? But if you calling me from a blocked number, I'm gonna be like, why your number? Why you got? Why is like? What's going on, boo? I'm gonna ask a question because I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know why you call me from block number, right? So I don't know how he pulled that off, but he said he would do it all the time back in the day when he was doing his little player. And it's like they play these games, and I'm not talking about young brothers. Young brothers, men play games too, yeah. Older ones do too, y'all. They like you. They into you. You make them feel some kind of way. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They don't want to tell you that they got a situation. They got a situationship. They don't want to tell you that they still legally married. They don't want to tell you that they still live in the same house as wifey. because of the obligations and connections that they have, but they both in separate rooms. I mean, I don't get that. Folks be in separate rooms, they have separate food, they have separate everything, but they living together, and it's a true fact. It do happen. It do happen. Well, folks can be in the same house and they just walk by each other and speak when they have to. Don't nobody want to leave, don't nobody want to lose this, lose that, and they just go through the motions. And some try to be respectful of the other by not having nobody come over and that type of thing. They go out and do their thing, but I just couldn't send myself through all that stress. I mean, it was a time when I went through something years ago where we was walking by each other and not speaking. That's verbal abuse. The silent treatment is abuse. Okay, person not talking to you, you not talking to them, you walking by each other. Excuse me. You know, and everything is on separate court. I mean, hey, especially when you stop clapping. Some people be still clapping, but they ain't talking. So they just moan and groan when they clap, and that's the talk that they get, right? So you get into this situation where you just walking by each other, you ain't talking, whatever. That's the most miserable shish. Yeah, I'm saying shish. I didn't say the word shish imaginable. Couldn't live like that, don't want to live like that, ain't gonna live like that. That is abuse, okay? So, people do it though. They are in situations where, and I'm all over the place with that because I'm drinking an acai, me, whatever this is, strawberry lemonade refresher. And I want to tell y'all I got a little caffeine in it. So that's probably what's going on. I need to go run on this treadmill at the gym. I think I'm going to do that too. But anyway, so you got those situations where they just in miserable situations, and it do happen. If they telling you we in separate rooms, we in the same house, we this, they could be telling you the truth. But my thing is, look like this. You live only once. You got one life. You live only once. Why be miserable? You wonder why folks roll over and have heart attacks and strokes. They don't wake up when they go back to sleep. A lot of times they didn't got themselves just toe up, pretty much just died from stress. For real. Just rolled over, died, just stiff as I don't know what. Because they've been stressed out dealing with the situation, and they should have been left the situation. But back to the topic at hand. You have those, especially women, that are okay with just being alone now. They like the fact that they can date. They like the fact that they can have variety too. If they want to deal with you, they deal with you. Now, being a woman, we definitely deep down inside prefer to have our own man, our own relationship, our own boo, our own hubby dubby, our own family. We are totally, that is what we do want. However, women have become so much more into loving themselves and their independency, where they don't have to just take it any kind of way. See, it was a time when you had to take it any kind of way just to have somebody. Perhaps you was in a situation where you just couldn't pay those bills by yourself. You know, you just didn't feel good about your self-esteem, so you just went on and grabbed up on something. Some people just want somebody because somebody else want them. Maybe baby mama or baby daddy want them, and you don't want them to have them, so you snatch up on it just because you don't want nobody to have them. But you don't really want them like that, but you do that, playing games, okay? So what is it? What is making our women of today, not all women, because some do want what they want, but what are making some of the women of today want to remain single? They could take or leave being with a man. And I'm talking about mature women. You see what I'm saying? They only want a man around when they want. Some of these men are feeling violated. They feeling like, ooh, she just want me over for some clapping. maybe to do a few things, fix a couple of doorknobs, and then she don't want, she, our brother feeling some kind of way. They be feeling some kind of way, y'all. Yes, they do. So, what is it? What has changed? What is it that's running women away from wanting the commitment of a man's presence on a daily? Is it that they're not feeling appreciated? Is it that they're not feeling respected anymore? What happened to, what is it, chivalry? When a man is just showering a woman with love, attention, and things, and being spontaneous and romantic. I had a fella that was talking to me the other day about life and marriage, and if they had a chance to do it all over again, they love their wife, but they don't think they would have gotten married if they could do it all over again. Okay, so they were saying that they're not romantic. They say, I'm not a romantic guy. I ain't never been a romantic guy. My woman complains about it. She complained about it, but this is who I am. And my thing is this: women, men too. If you desire a certain type of person, say for instance, men and women, if you desire somebody, to, what you wishing on, dear down? What's up? What's up? You like kids, but not to be tied down. Yep, like I'd like kids, but not. Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, that's something right there. I can kind of go on for a minute. There are some, too, women and men who do want to have a child or two. They want a child or two. They want the experience. They want that type of love that is like no other, right? But they don't want the tie down effect. Now, one thing I must say, even if you're not in a relationship with baby mama or baby daddy, I hate to call it that because it just seems so ghetto, but your child's mother or your child's father, if you're not in a relationship with them, you still have some type of connection with them pretty much for life. Because you have what? You have that child in common. And when that child becomes grown, that child is doing their thing, making their own decisions, but they still have mom and dad. There's times when you're going to have to come together and make decisions for that grown child, make decisions for that child together as parents. Okay, so it could become a lifetime connection. No, you're not in a relationship always. They can't tell you what you can and can't do, but you do have that connection. Um, Dear down, he doesn't want to be the bad guy nor raise a bastard child. I hear you. I hear you. And and that's a personal decision. I think if two people, grown, mature men and women, talk, and because you may find somebody that's on the same page with you that do want to have a child but don't want you, but they want to have a child with you. You may find that, with a little conversation. Sometimes people do say certain things. Yeah, I just want the baby. I ain't tripping. I ain't. And then all of a sudden they want to strip you of all your assets, and they want to be with you, and they causing problems and all. You got to make sure they 100% real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah, for real. So you got to have that understanding, that talk, and sometimes you even got to get legalities. You got to get paperwork in order, especially if you have a whole lot to lose. You got to have an understanding that this is what we're doing and this is why, and have that talk and balance about it. But more and more are running from the connection of a relationship and marriage. It seems as though the more established that a person is, and sorry about the phone call, the more established that a person is, and the more that they have, um, they're really reluctant to, hey, Serpent X, what's going on? What's happening with y'all? Dear Down, Serpent X, welcome. Thank you guys for coming out for a little grown folk topic. Um, yeah, some are, I forgot I lost my track, but let me get back. Some is just trying to be a part of something just because, but they really don't want to be all the way in. And it's it's not to be judgmental of anyone, but hey, I'm just keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all because y'all give it back 100, and that's what I do. This is why I talk about these topics here because, it's real life. We live in it. We know somebody that's living it. Sometimes we may even go through it later. But it's good to kind of just lay this stuff down. No judgment calls at all. Just say what you feel, right? So people are running. They running now. They don't want to be caught up. They don't want to be emotionally strapped. But they do, you know, God put us here to have a helpmate, to be together with someone, to, and I think deep down inside we all yearn and need and want that, you know. So yes, I do think that people are afraid to love and get hurt again. Serpent X, they are. I mean, especially if you have went through a real bad, how many of us, I mean, if you've lived some life and you got some maturity about you and you got a little wisdom, you done been through something. I ain't talking about no 18, 19-year old. They ain't been through nothing. But I'm talking about us who have been through something. It has been at least one good time. Some have had a domino of times where you have gotten hurt and hurt and hurt and hurt. And it makes a person clam up, close down, and be very fearful to open up that emotion again. And sometimes you think about it because you got this good person, man, they cool. Yeah, that may be, man, I'm feeling real good, but no, 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 I can't. I can't. And you start having flashback, and I would recommend going to get some therapy and help for that because if it has been a long period of time and you haven't truly healed from that pain or could ever heal from that pain, you may need to seek some type of counseling because that is an embedded pain that you're going to carry. And the thing about it is you bring it into the next relationship. Say like if you got hurt to the point where a lot of folks is guilty of the fact where, not guilty, but have been through a situation where they've been cheated on, lied to, things were stolen from them. They may have been physically or abused in some kind of way, and this is very painful. Some have been in relationships, come home and they catch their wife or they husband or they man or they woman in the act in their own bed doing so. How do you move forward from that? How do you learn to love again and to trust again? It's difficult. It can happen, but it's very difficult. And if you don't get a grip and heal from that and forgive for that, um, because we have got to be on a plane of opening up to forgiving one for their wrongdoing, but you will never forget. And that's why it's not cool to even think about going back to a situation that has crushed you in such a way, thinking, okay, I can get past that. Yeah, but I do love them. Yeah, that stuff gonna come back. If you have not forgiven and got over that, man, it's gonna come back up some kind of way. The minute you think or smell or taste that they could be doing something, it's gonna come back up some kind of way. Okay? So beware. But, you know, you gotta grow and let go of that pain so that you can move on. It's good people out here. I meet good people all the time, you know what I'm saying? And my Instagram, Donna, Donna underscore Smith underscore AKA underscore lady underscore D, something like that. You'll find me, Donna Smith. I'm there. Instagram, IG. I'm there. I'm there. Um, so, you know, it's just making it so scary. And even I mean, right now I'm so in tune with realness because that's what I am. That's what I give. That's the energy and vibe that I bring out. So Um, okay, do that, Serpent X. Right on. Cool. I'm glad you stopped by. I'm glad you did. Um, I'm on Facebook too under Donna Smith. Join in sometime. So, you know, it's just that, they hold back. We hold back. And, I have that energy now where I kind of can feel right off the bat if the energy is not vibing, if it's dark, if it's spine chilling, if the person don't appear to be real. They bull crapping, okay? Cause I ain't got time. I ain't got time to be dealing with no bull crap. So if they coming off in a way that's full of poo poo, and I smell it, I ain't got time for you. Now I'm gonna give you some love as far as positivity in a way to, it's all good. It's all good, folks, but it ain't good for me, okay? They gonna know because I'm gonna have to switch the script, and that's real talk. So I've developed that over time. I didn't always have that, and sometimes we got to go through things to get that, you know. So you as one that really is seeking partnership with somebody that's cool, my suggestion: take your time, connect with that person on levels that go way beyond the clap. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that's right, Haiti football training. Right on. That's right. And thank you for joining in too. Yes, you cannot sugarcoat nothing. You got to keep it real. I'd rather somebody keep it real with me and tell me what's up with whatever. You know what I'm saying? You just want to clap. You just don't want to clap. You just want to be friends. You just don't want to be. I'd rather you tell me straight up so that I can use my own personal discernment of how I want to deal with you. Now, if I continue to want to deal with you on a level that's emotional or whatever, then that's my bad. That's something. I got to deal with that because you kept it 100. But playing these games and all that, and that's what makes people emotionally close down. Then when that right connection and that right person comes, you feel it, but you scared. For real. You scared. You got fear. Beyond fear. You battling with yourself. Sometimes you in the mirror talking like, well, should I? I don't know. They cool. I like them, but I don't know. I don't want to get hurt no more. I don't want to feel that feeling. Because I don't know about y'all, but I have been hurt before. And I'm going to tell you something. That is the worst hard tugging feeling. I mean, you can't sleep. You can't eat. You go through emotions that's all the way crazy. You mad. You frustrated. You emotional. You crying. Then you get angry. Well, you want to hurt somebody or you want to tear something up or whatever if that's your thing. You just go through all this stuff. And then especially if you do not have closure as to why. My worst thing is if I don't have closure. If I like out of the blue, you just decided that you just poopy gone. And I'm sitting up there like, well, everything was cool. I don't even know what happened. What did I say something? Did I cook a nasty meal? Did I bleach their jeans by mistake when I washed them? Was the cookie not well? I mean, you know what I'm saying? You go through all these things in your head because you don't know why this person just ghosted you. I'd rather have the closure. Tell me, this ain't working out. You good, you cool, but it's me. I'm dealing with some things. I gotta move on, sister. Just tell a girl something. That's one of my pet peeves right there. When you don't keep it 100. You just don't. Because I really believe in karma as a mother. And somebody you going to love and really appreciate and can't breathe without. And they going to do you. if you going around doing people. So stop that. Keep it 100. But this is what grown folk talk is about, you guys. This is life lessons. This is real. One of the reasons and some of the reasons people back down, and I'm seeing it more and more in women, they are afraid of getting hurt by men because they have been hurt and smashed so much in the past. And you cannot, and let me repeat, you cannot base your last relationship, two, three, four, five, six, on every single man or every single woman, because everybody ain't like that. Everybody ain't like your last one. Sometimes you have to look at the man or the woman in the mirror, especially if you've been having similar type of issues. You've been getting with the similar type of men or women. You've been having a similar type of problems with each one. They don't even know each other, ain't never seen each other, ain't never even smelt each other. And you're having the same kind of situations, right? And you need to, man, they all can't be all crazy like I'm saying. Is it me? And you got to look at the man and the woman in the mirror. Sometimes we got to work on ourselves. Sometimes you don't have no business right now being with nobody. You need to sit down somewhere for a while. Sit down, sit down, sit down. Not forever, but you just need to set it down. Get yourself together. Reflect upon what's going on. Because, sometimes when you really get to inwardly looking into self, you start to really figure out some things. Because one of the big things is, why do you have to keep being with somebody that's not doing you right? Why you keep picking these wrong cherries out of the basket, one after another, after another, after another? Why do you keep staying with somebody that's dogging you and not doing you right, so that the pain becomes worse and worse and worse and worse? Why you didn't leave? It's folks that'll go live on somebody's couch for 6 months. Maybe a friend will let you sleep on their couch. Some have went to shelters. They get out of situations. You hear me? You got to get to a point where you loving you, and it's time for you to move it on, instead of letting that pain build and build and build, so that the next good one that comes along, that's looking for love, that's trying to treat you right, that's down, you don't want to be bothered with, boo boo. You don't even want to, you just peek out the door a little bit. You don't even want to open the door. You don't even want to open the door. You just kind of peek, maybe through the peephole, and I'm good. You ain't even give them a chance, right? But I see more and more women, they're running from it. They are happy being single. I don't know if that's always true, but some of them will say straight up, I'm happy being single. I don't need to be with no man. I got one that I can clap with sometime. I got one that'll take me out sometime. I got one that'll fix some broken stuff sometime. I got one that'll do a whole lot of stuff. I don't need to be in no committed relationship. When I want to get, this is what they say. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about just what some women say. When I want to go, I get up and go. I ain't got to, and if somebody question me too much, I ain't got to answer their questions. And they loving that. The tables are turning. They loving it. So men, y'all gotta tighten it up some. You gotta make them want to fall back your way, my brother, and not run in opposite direction. The same with women, because there's men out there that's holding back too. They holding back because they didn't been smashed on and used and taken advantage of and cheated on and all that. He's having some dysfunctional issues going on, and she go and she get with Mandingo Long, and then she still want to keep him the one with the problems because he doing all this other stuff, but then she cheating on him. Oh, that ain't right. Girl, don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. It is unnatural to be happy in loneliness. We are social creatures deep within. Haiti, this is absolutely true. This is absolutely true. There are many who are very, very lonely. And they're in relationships, even marriages. And they may have all these things, all these material things, all these status things, but they are so lonely and they are unhappy with being lonely. And even the introverts. We have introverts and extroverts. Some are just butterflies. They like to flutter, flutter, flutter. They social butterflies. Some are more shy with it, but they still love the vibe. They love being around people and having fun and doing fun things, right? They love it. So yes, we are social creatures. So to be in a situation where you are lonely and nothing is giving in that regard, with your person you're with, and it's all closed up and closed down, that is a miserable way to live. And people run from it, and it leaves a scar, and it leaves that post-traumatic syndrome. What is that disorder? PTS, where people flash back on all this stuff they went through, this bad, explosive, messed up life when it came to love and closeness. And what it does is it helps them shut down with the next love relationship, the next person that's getting emotional. Now they can deal with you if the emotions is in check. Have you ever heard of them situations where as soon as that person say they love you, whoop, that person gone. Whoop, gotta go. Don't love me. Mm-mm. Don't love me. Gonna get your feelings hurt. Cause I am closed shop, right? That's how they living because they have not healed from the past. So I hope that this and all these messages in this video today has helped somebody. I appreciate you guys for coming through, Haiti, Serpent X, your comics, Dear Down, being a part of it. I just love it. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Grown Folk Talk is what I do. Stay tuned, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell. I'll let you know when I'm around. We gonna talk about some stuff. We gonna talk about it. You hear me? I'll see y'all tomorrow. You guys be cool. I gotta get out of this. This is my Car Chronicles. I usually do it on my lunch break while I'm at work. I wasn't at work today, so this Car Chronicles right here, I had to pull over, but Car Chronicles. That's right. With Lady D, aka Donna Smith. See ya.